Hello, U.S. History 101 class. Welcome to week 4. And I hope you guys are all doing great. And that, and I hope that you're seeing that I am prioritizing you guys and I'm doing my best to get grading done and answering your questions. And so if you're feeling like you've been left hanging with anything, I may have missed you. So please just try to hit me up again in case I haven't returned, an email or something like that. In any case, I hope also that you enjoyed this upcoming section. We're moving really quickly through U.S. history, and we're actually delving into the American Revolution, the War for Independence. And I think that many of you will be shocked that I even have a question for you to answer to decide what you feel like regarding whether or not this would count as a revolution. And what I actually really enjoy about having you guys do this particular section is that you get to understand how historians really do things, which is, we debate about what to call something or what actually caused the thing, So it's like, this is a very commonplace kind of discussion within the field of history, but this isn't the approach that you really get when you're going to public schools, right? And so don't stress out at all about, I'm not looking to see if you're right or wrong. You can't mess up your opinion. What I do want you to do is just when you write your paper to try to really document things that would help strengthen the case that you're making, right? And so, this is giving you a chance to kind of just think through something that maybe you would often take for granted in the past. And now it's like, okay, so what do we make of this event? And so that's all I really have to say with that. I'm still here in Thailand, and the time difference is still can set things off a little bit. But it looks like we're working with that okay. It's very hot and muggy. Right now there's also, I'm looking out the window, there's more rain. These tropical rains are something that I'm still getting used to. I enjoy the rain. And it really cools things down here, but sometimes it just comes down so much you can't really go out if you want to be safe. And the whole driving out here is like a whole nother level. My God, I don't know if I told you the story already, but just seeing 3 teenage girls riding a motorcycle with no helmets and taking a selfie while she's riding, I'm like, it's kind of impressive. And oh my God, don't do that, Anyways, so that's all I have to say for this weekend. I'm just posting some of these clips of my travels to Sweden. And just to say, my great-grandfather settled in Turlock, and I wish I would have made that clear when I did the recording, but I did this trip. There were a lot of Swedes in Turlock that immigrated there. Just as there have been many that are from the Azores, and many Assyrians from the Urmia area in Iran, for example. Not just that area, but that's a lot. A lot have immigrated to Turlock from there, and of course we have a lot of Latinos. So there's the story of immigration is interesting, right? And I went to go see where one branch of my family left the old world to come to the new world, and it was really heavy. But what was interesting is that there were refugees there, and the Swedes have brought in a lot of refugees, disproportionate to their numbers, but it got me thinking, they're so uncomfortable, at least, some are very uncomfortable with the issue of immigration there. And then here I'm going to the place that my great-great-grandfather didn't think was worth staying. and brought my great-great-grandma was from that area. All my family was from that area up into from 1776 to the 20th century on that one branch. And they left, and then they immigrated here. So it just got me really thinking about this complexity of immigration and identity, and like what's important to nation states. And you know, my cousin's wife here is her family. One branch came from Cambodia, fleeing Pol Pot in the Khmer Rouge. And actually, several of the girls living in this neighborhood, women, all come from the same area with, I think, a kind of similar story. So it's just like the complexities of the world and wars and the movement of people and how everyone settles in certain areas, and the fact that this is becoming something that so many people are really finding to be problematic is a huge topic. And I think I did mention this before, but I'll say again, one of the men that has been leading the Swedish Democrats, the actual kind of neo-fascists, comes from the same area that my family was from. It could be a distant cousin. And, again, my family left. So I don't know. It's just, I have too many things on my mind sometimes, and I wish we could all just have a cup of coffee and sit around and just chat about the world, and maybe everybody can contribute some of their thoughts. But I hope you're having much more productive conversations than what I see sometimes on the internet, which is a little depressing. Anyways, on that note, have a great rest of your week, and we'll be in touch.